Hello, everyone.
Welcome back to another episode of Monday Grub Bag.
We are in our new office. We haven't showed this yet.
It's not we've always had this office, but it wasn't decorated.
Well, it was so plain.
And so we hung up a lot of the art that many of you have sent us over the years. We love it.
Yeah.
If you're an artist and want to make more Squirmy and Grubs art, we have lots of room to fill. So.
And we have more that we need to unpack. It's still
sure.
in our boxes in the basement, but this is what we had up here. We have more wall space to fill. We can put them all out.
We love it though, and so we're really happy to be filming here.
And also Shane made me put that pillow behind us on the computer, and I was like, that looks ridiculous. Why would we have a pillow?
I think it's a nice little piece with a great little message.
So I just want you to know that I do not think that is a good place for that pillow.
I vehemently I vehemently disagree.
All right.
This is a series where we answer all of your most burning questions.
Every Monday. Or so.
So if you have questions about us, about anything really, put them in the comments and we will pick from them for next week's video.
Yeah.
We have a lot of great questions today. Like the last video just made all of you really curious. So we have a lot. And the first question I remember off the top of my head, and that is, did you really hit 1 million subscribers?
That is actually none of the questions, Shane. Are you asking that?
I am asking that. And the answer is yes. Yay!
Oh my god.
Thank you, everyone.
We were so excited. I'm speechless. We actually hit 1 million subscribers while we were at our cabin vacation.
You saw the last video, that fly that was destroying my life.
That's where we were. So we were in a rustic locale, and we watched the subscribers tick to 1 million. So we were so excited.
We did a little video as that was happening. This is like us being completely...
We were excited.
We were a little bit cheesy. So enjoy, and thank you to everyone that subscribed to us.
Yes.
It is Wednesday, August 10th.
Oh my god, you are screaming.
At 10:45 in the morning.
Yep.
And we are 126.
Let me reload.
Reloading. 105 subscribers away from 1 million YouTube subscribers.
Amazing.
When we began this channel 4 years ago, and we were hoping for 100 subscribers.
I know.
Did you ever think we would get to 1 million?
Nope.
How does it feel?
Well, it hasn't happened yet.
You already have 1 million on Instagram.
Okay, doesn't matter. Shane, you're ruining it.
She's like, oh yeah, 1 million.
How does it feel, Shane?
I have had this dream for a very, very long time.
Mm-hmm.
Starting way back when I was like in middle school, and my friends and I would make stunt videos, hoping in the early days of YouTube that we would have a viral video.
Wow, and you never did. Maybe if you had done it. It was just your brother on a skateboard. Maybe if you had gone off the ramps.
I was just holding the camera back there.
But that could have been a viral video if you had gotten some air in your wheelchair.
I didn't know my potential as a viral man. From viral dreams to viral man.
Oh my god.
Alright, well, we're not at 1 million yet, so
we'll check back in.
We'll check back in when we get there.
We are 9 away. We are 5 away. Oh my god, Shane, refresh. Just refresh every second. 4 away. Keep refreshing.
I am.
I don't want to miss the screenshot of it.
My browser was like, hey.
I know.
We're almost
keep
there.
Refreshing. Don't pause.
I'm not. I'm
2, so you would have missed it. Keep refreshing.
I am. I'm hitting it. Here we go.
We're 2 away. 1 away. 1 away.
9.
Keep refreshing.
9.
What the? It went to 1,000,003. Oh my god.
We did it.
Yay.
All right, here we go. The climb to 2 million.
Oh my god.
1,000,005! Well,
we have to do a celebration?
1 million subscribers.
That is so unbelievable.
If you watched our last video, you know that we're on a little writing retreat up in the northern Minnesota mountains.
Yeah.
Not mountains, the lakes. And so we don't really have access to anything that we can celebrate with.
No.
I think we have some leftover tuna from last night.
We do.
We're celebrating with tuna.
Tuna.
Maybe some toast.
Tuna on bread is what we've got.
Maybe a peanut butter and jelly.
I did bring that as well.
I'm gonna take my clothes off.
Okay.
Put me in the lake.
Hello.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show.
It's time
To talk
about
our lives.
All right, so back to today's topic.
Now the real questions.
Now the real questions. This first one is a little bit serious, a little bit hard.
I like to begin heavy, you know?
Yeah.
Like really get you thinking, get you feeling. It's just...
What is each of your favorite shape of pasta? Oh.
This is a different for you because you are a pasta connoisseur.
I was going to say I'm passionate about this topic.
A pasta aficionado.
As you know, I can never pick a favorite of anything. Different sauces call for different shapes of pasta. However, I do love a bow tie.
Bow tie?
Excuse me. Yes, a bow tie.
I'm not... See, I have a problem with bow tie. The middle of a bow tie noodle...
It's hard.
That's real hard.
Yes, that's why I love it.
Oh, I hate that.
That's my favorite part of the bow tie noodle.
You can probably guess that my pasta tendency is on the softer side. I love angel hair pasta.
Yeah.
The thinner, the better. I want my pasta to be thinner than human hair.
Oh my god. So you like rice noodles. Remember the crystal noodles we got?
I want to not even be able to tell that there is a physical object that I am eating. That's something, I want it to be almost invisible. If that pasta existed, I would buy it and eat it and love it.
Okay.
But angel hair is
The closest you can get.
the next best thing.
You also love orzo,
I do love orzo.
but not as much as angel hair. When you first started seeing each other in person, how did each of you react to the first obvious fart you or your partner did in your presence? Pretend nothing happened, call it out and laugh about it, etc. You picking this question is so you. My god.
I will say that I was farting before we even met in person.
Like on Zoom?
Like on Zoom.
FaceTime? Yeah.
It was Skype actually.
It was Skype.
Do you remember we used to use Skype?
And FaceTime. We used both.
We used both, but I would be like, oh, just farted. Did you hear it? I have no filter for that.
Oh my god.
So even when we hung out the first time, I'm sure I was farting.
This is such a bizarre thing to be talking about.
There's a little bit of a story for your...
I didn't fart for a year.
She didn't fart for a year.
In front of Shane.
And we talked about it.
Yeah, I was like, and he kept being like, come on, do it. And I was like, no, I will not for a year.
I would be like, I know you fart.
Yeah.
I know that you fart, but you're not doing it. Are you not comfortable with me? What's the deal?
I just didn't want
And
it.
she was like, no, I just don't want to fart in front of you.
Yeah.
And then I do remember the first time you did.
I don't remember.
We were in my parents' basement, and you farted. And
did I announce that I was gonna?
No, it made a noise. I don't think you intended for it to make a noise, but we both died laughing.
Oh.
I was so happy.
Yeah.
I was like, your first fart. And you should not stop laughing. And then it just went downhill.
Then you wished I would never ever.
Now I can't get her to stop farting.
Oh my god, my chair is creaking a lot.
No, are you farting?
I'm not farting. Okay, would you ever hire a caregiver? I've seen many people who are in a marriage but still get a caregiver to help. Yeah, we have friends who have caregivers, friends who don't.
Yep.
Yeah, we definitely would if that was something that we felt like we needed.
Yep.
We just don't feel like we need that right now.
I think, especially, we've said this before, but when we begin having a family, that will be a time when it's definitely going to be helpful.
Yeah.
But yeah, whatever ends up being the best, we're not opposed to it.
Yeah. As someone in a queer relationship, I get to organize my relationship with my partner without gender roles impacting how we relate to each other so much. Do you think disability has impacted how you relate to your gender and to gender roles, Shane, and maybe Hannah too? And within your relationship, has it allowed you to rethink some of the scripts that are assumed of how heterosexual relationships should work?
This question wins the award for being most thoughtful.
Yeah. Well, the pasta one is a close runner-up.
I just mean, like, this is very well thought out.
Yeah.
And perceptive. And the answer is a resounding yes.
Yeah.
Disability does play a role in our gender roles.
We actually talked about this a lot. We were on the Man Enough podcast recently, and that talks a lot about masculinity and gender roles, and we talked a lot about our relationship and gender roles. So if you're interested in that topic, that's like an hour plus long conversation about it.
Yeah, we'll put that link below.
Yeah.
That's a really good job remembering.
Well, I was just like, I remembered. I was like, oh, we talked about this a lot.
And we should later do a whole video on this.
Yeah.
Because it is a really interesting dynamic in our relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Something that we've talked about a lot privately.
Yeah.
I cannot perform many of the masculine gender roles. Like, I can't pick Hannah up. I can't fight off a bear to keep her alive.
Yeah.
Although I would try.
You would try. You would sacrifice yourself to the bear and I could get away. That's what would happen.
The bear would be like, this is not enough meat.
And then it would go after me.
All bone. I don't want this. But I think it's been really good for us.
Yeah.
To not have to conform to those things.
Absolutely.
You're the sociologist. So why don't you talk about this?
So there's certain things that our society says the man in a relationship in a heterosexual relationship should do and what a woman in a heterosexual relationship should do, such as the guy should pick up the girl for a date.
Drive the car.
Yeah, exactly. Like, should drive the car, should do all of the physical tasks in the household, like taking out the trash, and the woman's like doing the dishes. And there's all these things that they say you should do. Even stuff that's not like physical, but the man should be less emotionally available. The woman is more emotional. Like, just things like that aren't even just relationships, but like what a man should be and what a woman should be.
Yeah.
And obviously those things just don't work for our relationship. And so I think that I don't want to be like rude or anything, but I vastly prefer the way we have our relationship set up compared to those, more traditional tropes.
Yes, and I think we've said, like, I manage kind of the adult stuff of our life.
Like administrative.
Like the management, the administrative, the scheduling, the planning, I love scheduling.
Remembering things.
Paying bills, making phone calls, and those are traditionally things that are more like secretarial, that traditionally is assigned to the woman. And so it's never even been like a contentious thing for us. Yeah. Like, I'm not like, Hannah, I really wish you'd be making dinner tonight.
Yeah, and I've never felt like you needed to do, like, this wasn't some sort of like adjustment for me. It wasn't like a mental, like, I just didn't have that idea of like, this is what a man needs to do for me in this relationship. So I didn't have a moment where I was like, he's not going to be able to do XYZ. Like, how am I going to deal with this? That just didn't happen. It just wasn't me.
And that's another reason why I think we were a great match.
Yeah.
Early on, Hannah comes from a very liberal family and like friend group. And so we didn't have to work through any of that. Hannah was just like, open-minded about it from the beginning. So I'm going to put that one as a check mark in the win column for me. But I think we should do a video on this.
There's a lot more. I want to like organize my thoughts and have like more eloquent ways of saying this stuff. It is really interesting. Yeah. And definitely a huge, huge part of our lives. So
down with gender roles.
Thank you for the very thought-provoking question. Has Shane ever got hurt falling off his chair or bed or even being dropped when moved? Not under my watch.
I've never been dropped by anyone.
That's good.
I have fallen out of my chair before. Mm-hmm. There's videos about them on our channel. Yeah. I fell out twice, once when I was real little and once when I was in 11th grade. Got injured both times. But Hannah's never dropped me. I've never been injured under Hannah's care. I almost fell off the couch once.
That actually, wait. Can you see it? That green painting right there
is
a drawing of that happening. And it says, Hannah the fall breaker. And it was Shane falling off the couch and me catching him.
Yeah, so I began to roll off and Hannah like dove to keep me from falling. I probably wouldn't have been hurt that badly.
Yeah, it was like a 18-inch drop.
It still scared the hell out of me.
And for you, that would have hurt. And your head is heaviest, so you would have hit your head first.
Yeah.
All of that would have just
that
gone
would have been bad.
Right on your head.
I do know people with disabilities like mine who have been just flat out dropped. And you can imagine it often results in pretty bad injury.
Yeah.
So I am grateful to have never been dropped.
That's good.
Tonight you're going to drop me now. Like, it's going to be horrible luck.
Chloe seems like such a good baby who hardly ever gets into trouble. Is that true? And what was something that she has done that has made you super angry?
She's a very good girl.
She is a good baby.
I would say well-behaved 95% of the time.
Yeah.
Maybe 99.
Yeah.
98.
She's a very calm dog. She mostly just like sleeps, lays around, has one big spurt of energy to play per day. Very level-headed, calm.
I have a thing that made me mad. Do you want to...
Go ahead.
Do you have one?
No, you go first. I'm curious.
It's kind of an ongoing thing, but she does this thing where, and I'm sure every dog does this, she hears a noise far away that I don't hear, and erupts in barking for like 5 seconds until she realizes like everything's fine. And it always seems to happen when I am like least expecting it. So I'm like dozing off in bed next to her, and then she erupts and I have a heart attack. So I always get mad and I'm like, Chloe, if there's not a threat, you do not need to bark.
And we have not been really good about training her specifically to stop barking. Like, she doesn't really listen to that command from us. She needs someone to go over and pet her to calm down. Like, if I'm physically there, it's fine. But she doesn't listen to, like, Chloe, stop barking. She's like, I don't care, I'm protecting you.
She's getting better at listening to
Yeah.
I've kind of been doing that over and over.
She does it.
And now she's like, oh, whoop.
She listens to Shane better than me anyway, which is so obnoxious.
That's because I'm the man.
Yes, she knows who she's supposed to listen to.
Gender roles, yeah.
But I think in general, she when we meet dogs out in public, something that really makes me mad at her is that she will bark at them. Like, she'll go up to them nicely, sniff them, and then will do one giant bark right in their face.
Yep.
And then it's fine.
And
it's like the energy builds up. Yeah, and then she's like, anyway, where were we? And the other dog is like, what the heck? And they don't want to see her anymore.
And the other dog's owners are like,
so I don't even let her see dogs in public anymore because I'm like, you were rude. Like, you cannot do that.
And she's so the opposite of ferocious.
Yeah.
But that one bark feels
it's huge.
Really ferocious.
With a big jump. It's a play thing, but I'm like, you cannot do that.
Be better.
And she doesn't do it unless we actively like go up to meet a dog. So now if people will be like, can we say hi? And I'm like, no, sorry. I'm like, nope, that's the end of the no.
And we're working on like training with like treats. So when she is, interacting with the dog, afterwards, if she's there, we're like, treat, here you go.
Yeah, I never leave the house without treats. So those are two things that she does. That both of them are barking.
Yep.
And she doesn't bark a lot. That's misleading. But those two barks.
I've said 95, 99. Most of the time she's dead.
Yes. They really get us though. Okay. Does Shane ever sit on the sofa or does he prefer to stay in his chair?
We found a photo the other day of me sitting on the couch, and
you look so comfy.
It made us both laugh because it is really rare.
Yeah.
I hardly ever sit anywhere but my wheelchair, and it's because I am most comfortable and most functional in my chair.
And you know something that's funny? When we were long distance and I would visit, I just remembered this the other day. We would have a routine where we would go down into the basement, which was like a finished living and bedroom. And Shane, every single night, we would have like a snack, and then he would lay on the couch, and I would lay behind him. Like, we would lay two people on the couch, which, like, Lord knows how we fit, and we would watch a movie or TV that way. Never, ever did he stay in his chair.
That is because we were deeply in the honeymoon phase.
Yeah, and we never got to see each other. So we were like, we will be pressed against each other as much as possible. But now we sleep together every night, so it's like, just stay in your chair.
we couldn't cuddle in my chair.
Yeah.
So I was like, put me on the couch.
Yeah, I would be like, come on, Shane, hurry, finish your snack.
Lay on top of me.
So Shane used to spend a lot more time on the couch when we were like, that was the priority, but now the
Yeah.
priority is like, enjoy the show,
Now
talk.
I'm like, stay away from me.
Yeah, I'll see you in bed. Just watch the show. Shh.
Shut up. Alright, so we are making an executive decision.
Yep.
We have a lot more questions.
They were really good this past video.
Yeah, there were so many good ones. So we're going to save them for either a part 2 or next week's video. We'll see what this week brings.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is the end of my New Grab Bag.
What a good series.
Thank you
all
for subscribing.
Yeah.
1 million, we can't believe it.
Can't believe it. It's so cool.
So grateful for all of you. The nice ones.
Okay.
Have a great week. We love
See you
you.
soon.
We'll see you soon.